Hello everybody, welcome back for another video. Hope you're all doing well and that you're all having a great day. To start things off, according to Crypto Slate, there's a partnership between Coinstar and CoinMe, and this will allow Americans to be closer than ever to buying Bitcoin. Users that have never had any contact with the virtual currency can now purchase it using cash at any of these cash-enabled kiosks. A few days ago, on the 20th of March, the CEO of both firms, Neil Berquist and Jim Gaharity, talked about Bitcoin mainstream adoption. Mr. Berquist is the co-founder of CoinMe, a Bitcoin ATM startup, and Mr. Gaharity is the CEO of Coinstar, a firm that operates 20,000 kiosks in 12 countries. These two firms allow users to purchase Bitcoin for cash at any moment. The kiosks are one of the many on-ramps available for users to change their fiat currencies for Bitcoin. Neil Berquist commented and said that's something that's been missing in the marketplace today. Even today is the trust factor. With this partnership, you can walk into a grocery store with a brand that you trust and buy Bitcoin through a licensed exchange partnership. It's a key piece of infrastructure for the digital currency economy. At the moment, Coinstar is making 70 million transactions a year, allowing users to turn coins into spendable currency. The company has also been working on other financial services such as a bill payment or Bitcoin for Bitcoin transactions. Coinstar is also working with retailers such as Walmart and Kroger, offering services to users. So I guess the news here is apparently everyone in America within 5 miles can now buy Bitcoin. That's kind of insane. Apparently, I don't really understand the specifics of it, but I assume it's some type of an integration for CoinMe into the actual was it Coinstar? Yeah, Coinstar machines, so that you can put your money into the Coinstar machine but get Bitcoin out as if it's integrated with the CoinMe thing. Either way, I think it's very cool. I think we need more of these things around the world. There's also, I think, a number somewhere around here. Yeah, at the time of writing, there are 4,500 Bitcoin ATMs around the world. 72% of them are in North America, and 23% of them are in Europe. There's clearly a need in other parts of the world, but for what it's worth, it's still nice to see that Americans now have another way to be able to purchase Bitcoin easily. Next up, we had news about this about 2 or 3 days ago. People thought it was a joke, but apparently it's not. Sorry. Bitcoin, blockchain. So, wow. Blockchain-based decentralized application platform TRON has revealed the expansion plan of its second-layer scalability solution, known as the Sun Network. According to a release published on the 8th of April, the network's testnet will launch in late May. The Sun Network expansion plans to include developing dApp sidechains and cross-chain infrastructure. The second-layer protocol is expected to increase the overall capacity of TRON's network, while simultaneously allowing dApps to run with extremely low energy consumption and high security. During the first phase, which is scheduled to start on the 30th of May, TRON will focus on launching sidechain smart contracts. The official launch of the Sun Network mainnet, which will further enhance the characteristics of decentralization and asset security, is set for the 10th of August. In mid-September, TRON plans to launch an optimization process for improving the ease of using the network and facilitating easy development of the sidechains. Okay, we also had news today or yesterday, I don't remember anymore, where Justin Sun announced that they were apparently going to be collaborating with the people from Ethereum later this year. We have not had confirmation from Vitalik Buterin. Cannot say for certain if that's actually going to end up happening. However, like I said a couple days ago, we thought that the Sun Network was a joke. Or rather, I think he said this on like not New Year's Day, on April Fool's Day. And lo and behold, it's actually real. So I assume that this will have some type of a positive effect on the price of TRON, simply because whenever anybody announces a new update that's actually going to happen like a set date, prices tend to rise. I think it's also very interesting, in my opinion. I think a lot of companies, rather cryptocurrency projects and stuff like that, are announcing upgrades as the kind of like a smack in the face to the face of Ethereum, because Ethereum has been promising updates for around 2 or 3 years now. They don't have any upgrades. But a lot of the other cryptocurrencies that are also supposed to be like the Ethereum killers I've noticed that a lot of them are coming out saying, yeah, we have like 5 upgrades coming out this year, while Ethereum may not even have one. Yeah. Next up, Grayscale Investments just released an update of the composition of the digital large cap fund, which offers qualified investors exposure to the top 10 cryptocurrencies, comprised of the 5 largest cryptos by market cap: Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Bitcoin Cash, and Litecoin. The fund increased its Litecoin investment by 83%, from 1.8 to 3.3% at the close of quarter one. The increase represents the biggest percent gain among the altcoins held by the large cap fund. Here's the actual list right here. They went from 66% of Bitcoin for the fund to 68%. They lowered Ethereum by 0.3. They actually dropped a lot of XRP, 14.7% in the fund to around 11.9. So there's a significant drop. They went up a tiny bit for Bitcoin Cash, and they almost doubled the amount of Litecoin that they actually have in the fund. Grayscale rebalances the DLC on a quarterly basis, adding or removing cryptocurrencies based on the company's fund criteria. They talk about the actual movements of numbers. The investment firm, which is owned by Digital Currency Group, is the world's largest crypto asset manager with over $1.1 billion in assets under management, 1.06 billion allocated in its Bitcoin trust, and 11 million in its DLC. Grayscale is incredibly huge. I think in the future they're going to end up being like you can't really call them like the Amazon, but they'll be like the largest fund in the entire world, especially if we eventually, maybe potentially, no one knows, end up getting into a multi-trillion-dollar crypto market cap. And depending on how crazy you kind of want to get with it, a lot of people think that eventually crypto will be worth around like 20, 30, 40 trillion as an entire market, if not more. I'm not talking about the crazy other Bitcoin price numbers, but this will be probably one of the largest financial entities in the entire world. Kind of crazy to think about. We used to have a lot of news about Venezuela before in the past. It's kind of slowed down more or less in the cryptocurrency space. But what's been happening once again is that Venezuela, and I think many other South American countries as well, are starting to buy an enormous amount of Bitcoin once again. It's not over the counter. It's through local Bitcoins, which is pretty much an app where you can pretty much say, hey, I have money. Hey, you have Bitcoin. Let's swap. If you're going to use it or have never heard of it and it sounds appealing to you, please do your own research. A lot of people have been getting robbed, is the nicest way of kind of saying it, because there's no real intermediary. You meet someone on the street and you kind of swap it this way. But what's been happening is that Venezuela, for those who don't know, is going through hyperinflation. Like their currency has gone up by 1,000,000% in hyperinflation, so it's not looking too well for them. So a lot of people are starting to switch their bolivars that they have in the country into actual cryptocurrencies. But we're also seeing a huge spike happening as well in other South American countries as well, because it's just not, it's just really not doing well for anyone in these countries. So we're also, there was once again a spike when prices started going back up. I wish that there was more exposure for these people in these countries to have access to be able to buy and hold, not only real money, but also like cryptocurrencies as well. Because I still think that these people can benefit the most from it when the prices do start to go back up. But yeah, let's move on. So here's a very confusing article simply because it's just China. Bitcoin's price surge last week has led Chinese investors not only to return to trading, but pay a premium for doing so. This was reported by social media outlet CN Ledger about a day or two ago. Reproducing price spreads from cryptocurrency exchanges Huobi and OKEX, CN Ledger revealed an increasingly common practice among Chinese traders who wish to acquire Bitcoin. Since China formally banned cryptocurrency trading in 2017, investors have few options. They now have to purchase stablecoins such as Tether via over-the-counter services and convert them to other cryptocurrencies. And apparently this is now the way that they're doing it. Now in the wake of the bullish week for Bitcoin, which saw BTC USD advance by over $1,000, prices for those over-the-counter services have steadily risen, and CNY as well. They said Chinese markets reveal strong buys. Over-the-counter trades, almost only way to buy Bitcoin with fiat in China, showing considerable money return or premium. Normally, 1 USDT is 7 CNY. Rather, people are paying this as opposed to the official 1 USD for 6.7 CNY. China, it's so... I don't know if they'll ever be back in the cryptocurrency space officially. I don't think their government's going to allow something like that to happen unless there's like super crazy tight capital controls, like you can't trade more than 2,000 a month or something crazy like that. There's already a huge thing where China doesn't like anyone, not even rich or poor, anyone to kind of take money out of the country. They have very strict money controls, like very strict capital controls as to who can use what and who can do what and how much money you can take out of the country. Just because a couple years ago, people were taking millions every single day out of the country, and they were like, nope. So I think the maximum now is like 50,000 per year or something crazy like that. And they try to have such crazy capital controls over everything. If we had China back in the cryptocurrency space, prices would probably quadruple over the course of a 4-week period. That's not me joking at all. It's interesting to see that trading is banned in China, but people obviously are still going to find a way to kind of get into the cryptocurrency space. It's kind of sad because it would be really nice to have an entire country of 1 billion people get back into Bitcoin. But alas, we must wait or just simply have them doing it. I don't want to say illegally. I don't know if that's like a legal loophole, buying Tether and then buying other coins. But I think that owning Bitcoin in China is still legal. So maybe that's the way that they're kind of getting around it. I thought this was funny. This is what I'm going to end the video with. Where is it? Don Alt, a cryptocurrency investor and trader, recently suggested that those who wish for the price of Bitcoin to retrace back to its former levels are those who did not buy at the lows and hope for it to plunge so that they can do that. The tweet read, "Why do I have the feeling that the only reason a lot of people think Bitcoin will go back to the lows is that they missed their buy-in?" I mentioned that before a couple days ago, and even before that a couple weeks ago. My idea was, if you are into, if you're planning on buying or holding any of the cryptocurrencies, especially Bitcoin, for a very long time, or you are maybe even just planning on selling at 20,000, maybe you plan on selling at 50,000. There wasn't a really big difference between you buying in at 3,400 or 3,200 or 3,250. A lot of people, I mean, no one knows if this is going to still happen, but a lot of people I've noticed are constantly coming forward saying, hey, no, Bitcoin's still going to go back down. Remember a couple days ago, somebody was like, Bitcoin's going back to 800. And then somebody said Bitcoin was going to 1,300. A lot of people are talking about Bitcoin's going to go around like the $2,000 level. There's not really a reason anymore for Bitcoin to actually go back down that low. I think it's a lot of wishful thinking for a lot of people. Forgive me for thinking this way, but a lot of people who try to be like master traders and stuff like that, and they're like, hey, I know exactly when the price is going to bottom. I know I've looked at all the charts. I've looked at the scales. I know when it's going to happen. Bitcoin is definitely going to 1,800. And this is why a lot of people were shocked about, what was it, a couple days ago when Bitcoin went up by $1,200? Everybody was like, oh, no. It's definitely overbought. It's definitely going to crash by another $4,000 so I can get in where I want to buy. I don't know fundamentally why anyone would logically think that Bitcoin's price is worth or going to be worth $1,200 after all the stuff that's been going on. You know how many buy orders people have or had? Around like 2,200, 2,400, 2,600, 2,800, 3,000, 2,999. Kind of all over the place. I personally don't see Bitcoin's price falling, and that's simply because of the fundamentals and the amount of people who are buying back into the market, and simply because of the price going up over the last week or so. It seems a bit illogical that the price of Bitcoin would drop down $4,000 because a chart told you so, or someone else's chart told you so. Like I always say, I believe if Bitcoin hit 20,000 US dollars before even major players were in the cryptocurrency space, because we have all these people in the space right now, I am a believer that Bitcoin is probably at some point in the future going to hit $100,000 a coin. There is not a real difference between me buying at 3,100 or 3,200 or 3,300 or 4,000 or 4,100 or 4,150 or 5,000 or 5,200, because I'm still going to make a pretty huge profit when it hits $100,000 a coin. I think everyone is, this is just my opinion. This is how I feel about a lot of it. I had a lot of friends who were traders and stuff like that, and they swore up and down that they could tell when this price was going to dip here and when this was going to so-and-so and how high this was going to go. And I'm like, dude, just buy. It's like $1,100. Like, stop just. And then they ended up having to buy in when prices were surging around $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 in 2017. Anyway, the point is, I thought this was funny. It was also something that was floating through my head. A lot of people have been coming forward talking about, Bitcoin's no. Bitcoin's not done. Bitcoin definitely has to go back down. And it's like, what if it doesn't? Why didn't you just buy when Bitcoin was 3,000? Like, was there really a big difference between the extra $150 that you didn't just buy Bitcoin? Anyway, my opinion, I think that's definitely gonna do it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you all are having a great day, a great morning, a great afternoon, or great evening, wherever you are. Wherever in this crazy world you might be, I hope it's absolutely fantastic. Thank you all once again for watching and or listening. Very interesting news every single day in the cryptocurrency space. As always, a very special thank you to my Patreon supporters. They are Essie Verzely, Fine Art, Crypto Artist Coldy 3D, Shaolin Fried Rice, RF Dusty, Crypnotic, Minting Coins, Setsuna, Nicholas, One Earth, One Piece, One Love, Jeffrey Dam, Paxis, Carl Birchenoff, Cody, Jeffrey Ramsey, Richie Rich the Third, Amy Starsheen, Jeremy Fox, Jared Schneider, Jim Gardner, Crypto Joe, Joey Carafa, Wise Night Owl, singer-songwriter Mike Savitz, Nick Kanaya, Anthony Charles, Yasha Harari, Travis Haynes, Nick Mangelavori, Professor Wally from Gun, Bot, University, Arthur Yaku, Ella Doug, Brady Niels, Rai, Gilboa Snake, and Vlad the Impaler. There we go. Thank you all very much for your generosity. I do appreciate it very, very much. And yeah, I'll talk to you all soon. See you.